Landing gear deployed.
Successful, Commander, at latitude 7.69, longitude -103.72, well done, Commander. Launch surface recon vehicle with starter loadout. Message from astronaut, off deck. Message from astronaut, sorry. Message sent to wing. Message sent to local. Message from resender, okay, I need a wing invite for the meetup. Message from Tom's Galaxy, L. Resender has been added as a friend. Commander Resender has joined the wing. Message sent to Kodiak Wolf.
Oh. No, that's not good. Ah.
We got 5 ships here at the meetup. Everybody's pretty quiet.
Yeah, I'm on my way. I don't know if it says 200 or 20.
Message from Kodiak
We
Wolf.
are being hailed.
Repairs anyone? Message sent to local. Message from Lee Fury. Repairs. Please. Do I have to be a certain height? Message from Kodiak Wolf. Yeah. Message sent to local. Message from Lee Fury,
We are being hailed.
559.
Do you know if Glen Park's any chance of a wing request at all?
Message from
We
Lee
are being
Fury,
hailed.
perfect. Thanks man.
Testing. Okay, so
Loud and clear.
awesome. I'm logging on now. I might need someone to give me an instance, though. If anyone's at 6, or was it 5? I'm losing track. Does anyone think they can wing invite me? I got like 8 people on my list right now. I think someone just did actually.
Message from
Thanks, Count
Subscripture 07.
Oh, I just lost my smallest CM star record. Somebody found one even smaller.
Message from Comet Born, evening. Message from Glen Park, 07.
Who just blew up?
Please tell me that wasn't the ship.
A lot of explosions
blew up
in
my
the last 2
SRV.
meetups.
Oh, somebody just lost an SRV.
Fuck.
It was behind me. I see a fighter trail.
Should I go back get another one?
I mean, Our destination is only 500 light years, so
You got a whole week to go 500 light years.
so you could go all the way back and come back in like maybe even less than a day. It depends what you want to do.
And depends if we're going to follow the first group's idea and also go directly to waypoint 7.
I got
Yeah.
another SRB though.
What, we skipping the next waypoint?
No, because it's so close, we are going to waypoint 6 in a group and then traveling to waypoint 7. But that's what I heard.
Well, waypoint 6 is next weekend, so we want to be in this area next Saturday.
I'm probably just gonna go there, but I'm gonna explore around left, right, up, down, stuff like that, and then show up.
Yeah, if we got a week, I might just go to the roof.
I don't see the point of going to waypoint 7 so early. This is quite the pretty little moon we're on, though.
That's no moon.
It's getting dark here now.
Where are we at?
See the nebula better.
I wish there was a way to turn off that HDR shit. Smart right now. Keep my gal while cruising towards planet. I'm kind of curious as to what you guys think about the new crime and punishment updates.
I don't do crime, so probably doesn't affect me much. I think
What?
it only affects people who kill other ships.
Yeah, that's the idea. I think they're going forward with it.
The only crime I ever do is a little smuggling now and then.
But like for griefing, what do you think it's going to do? A lot of people are saying it's actually going to make griefing worse, and some people are saying it's making it better, and I'm like super confused.
It's going to make it more expensive, but it's not going to stop the griefers who have a lot of money.
Yeah,
True.
it's not Concord, if anybody gets that reference.
Don't think I do. I wish I did though.
In EVE Online, Concord is the is the general police force that goes all across the empires, and they have ships that are basically unkillable.
Oh, kind of like ATR.
Yes, but these ships are literally
Oh, they're literally unkillable. Okay.
yeah, they have an infinite amount of health.
Fuck. I almost played EVE once, but then I heard about its community, and that's why I chose Elite Dangerous instead. And
I played
Sorta glad.
EVE Online for 8 years, and I had to
Jeez.
stop because no longer did I have the time to put it in daily.
so, what about Elite? Is it any different? Besides the cancer?
It's different, yeah. It's what I. But there are things about EVE that I miss, especially setting up your own outposts and mining
Yeah.
facilities. Like a lot of Elite's galaxy is quote unquote empty.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
There's also an entirely lack of interactivity between the players because we only have one inventory on our ships.
Yep.
We
You
can't
can't really
trade
store it.
Yeah, you can't store it, you can't trade between other players except for dumping it out in space. It's kind of boring compared to EVE Online. Like, there's not much point in certain game mechanics.
I see
Because you can't expand upon them.
This is how I land my condo. It's landing to me.
Also, mining is a lot more easier in EVE.
Yeah, mining in Elite's, I think that,
Commander.
like, they kind of just
Hull
slapped the
damage is
mechanic
at
in just so they could say
79%.
that there's mining in the game. It's not really refined at all, I don't think.
No, like, what I did in EVE Online, I ran 4 accounts altogether, manual mining fleet, and building ISK currency. in Elite, you refine on board the ship, which requires a module.
Yeah.
If we could sell the raw ore or at the stations, that would increase the profitability of mining.
Like even if you could sell them for less than like let's say an ingot, it would be really nice, but you can't because you need a refinery on board. I find that kind of annoying
Yeah.
as well.
Plus, then you need collector limpets as well, so that's another
Boarded
module.
mothership
that you're
commander.
losing.
Yeah.
Prepare for flight operations.
And because there are no dedicated in EVE Online, there's like half a dozen dedicated mining vessels that get bonuses from mining, that have cargo space specifically for ores. In Elite, we all have general ships and we all outfit them with different modules, but there are no really dedicated ships except for combat ships.
Yep, I agree. Like even the DBX is still technically a combat ship.
That's why I'm hoping like to get maybe a larger version of the ASP, maybe an ASP Explorer Large would be handy. Just like same design as the ASP Explorer, but then large landing pad.
Yeah, and maybe some like just small modifications, kind of like the T10 versus the T9.
Yeah, like maybe have it better jump range. Maybe have some kind of like the entire idea that I read a few months ago about having an onboard laboratory, and where you had to launch things, probes into atmospheres and such.
That would be
investigate
cool.
the anomalies. Yeah, that would increase the exploration mechanic a bit more than what we have now.
Yeah. That would be awesome. Like exploring is in Elite is like, I mean, we can say it's interesting, but it's still very lackluster. We have all the visuals, but not really any mechanics that make it worthwhile, other
Yeah,
than the
and
visuals.
because we're human, it's going to take. Let's say that the Elite runs for the next century.
Hmm. Oh yeah, it would be impossible to really explore everything.
Every single system, get every single planet discovered. But the problem is now, all of the good stuff is getting taken really, really fast because people are cherry picking that.
Oh yeah,
So we need a mechanic in the future to keep people interested in exploration if they just started.
yep, I agree.
And getting them unique things like investigating anomalies, investigating atmospheres, investigating things, research things that we can learn
Yeah.
from different worlds. That would be
And how life harboring planets like gas giants with life, or Earth-like worlds, for example, water worlds, the only really research you can do on them is simply scanning them with the DSS, and I find that really stupid.
yeah.
There should be
And
a lot more.
in extreme form, what I would love to see, but it's practically impossible, I think, is maybe allow us to set kind of our own bases on planets, or
That
deploy
would be
something
neat.
in deep.
I just can't imagine how they would implement it.
Yeah. But then again, we either need, or at least give us station inventory.
Yeah, well, they said they were adding like mega ships for factions.
Yeah, I know that Canon has one.
Canon has one, okay, but like I thought it was fleet carriers. I think they were talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fleet
the
carrier.
cannon one is not player controlled.
Yeah, the
Oh.
player controlled ones, like I imagine they're not player flown, but you, like, let's say a player faction leader can control which system it jumps to. Maybe there's a time penalty, and you can like use it to stock up and
I see it kind of like
know.
a guild bank kind of thing. Maybe they'll give us
Yeah.
storage there for cargo
I see
and
it like
materials.
yeah, I see it like that, and as a, let's say like a conflict zone, when a like a carrier jumps in, not a carrier, but
Capital
like a
ship.
capital ship.
Like, because
Some
I'm
combat.
primarily used to be a miner for 8 years in mining asteroids in Elite, in EVE Online, there's a lot of pristine reserves in deep space, which are literally untapped.
Yeah,
Like, if you could get a mining fleet with a carrier, and the people would drop off their mining there, and then when it returned to the bubble of or whatever where humanity lives, then that would make mining a more viable option
yeah.
as well.
They said they were gonna revamp mining though, by teasing a cobra blowing up an asteroid. I guess. I mean, if that was the only thing they were doing, then whatever. But like,
Yeah, sometime
hopefully
by
they
the end
have,
of the year, hopefully.
yeah, when the
We'll
crate
have
comes out, I guess.
guilds. What do they call them? Squadrons?
Yeah, Squadronius.
So you can actually have a real in-game faction that you can actually join instead of just pretending to join.
Like Inara. Yeah.
So yeah, this week has been a lot of wolf raids and carbon stars for me. Three wolf raids explored for unexplored, 5 carbon stars unexplored.
Mm. Whoa. Someone just flew by me in a astronaut.
Hey guys, anyone at Waypoint 5?
Lots of
Bunch of
us.
people.
Any chance of a wing? It's Gazatronic. Brill, cheers.
Commander Gazatronic has joined the wing.
Back, someone rang my doorbell.
Everybody's quiet. I'm not seeing any SRVs about.
I just got into an SRV, so I'll be there soon.
Even Dan's isn't trying to drill
I'm
into the
here.
crust.
Yeah, for the first time, I'm not trying to do that. But I'm here. I'm in an SRV. %. Wow. That was quick.
Rough Roads made it back from Goliath's Rest.
It's no shields on your SRV?
Launch surface recon vehicle with starter loadout.
Oh my god. No! Oh my god, that was really close.
Out of control spin.
Yeah, but if someone can select my SRV, you'll see what I mean. I'm just inching along now. Oh man. I'm gonna slowly inch back to my ship.
Don't you have mats for repair?
True, but I don't want to really spend them unless I need to. Just that's the first time I've been at 1% for a while. I really just find it funny, well, as realistic as this game is, you can have 1% hull and gently nudge a rock and still just explode. Just, you know, explode.
Yes, because that 1% could mean like, like 1 milligram of hull left, or a full kilo of hull left.
I see what you mean. Oh my god, I see people approaching. I'm going in on my ship. Stay away. I'll be right back.
Somebody landed on the T10.
Oh, trying to. Oh, nice.
It's like the asps are all sticking together.
I have returned. Okay, now I'm gonna try and land on the T10.
What, with 1% hull?
No, I'm at 100. I redocked. I mean, it's worth a try too.
So, redocking your SRV repairs it, does it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we should
Otherwise, I
have
wouldn't
those
have redocked.
mats. I've been wasting all my mats repairing my SRV.
The other good thing about it is if you use a premium repair, when you dock and the ship repairs your SRV, you don't lose that premium boost.
Oh, great, yeah, that's
But if you
useful.
repair it yourself with a basic, then you do.
Okay, how did my hold... Wait a second. I landed with my SRV after just jumping normally. Is there such thing as integrity on an SRV? That might have been a glitch. I landed on my wheels and I went from 100 to 14%. That actually makes no sense. Does anyone have an idea? I'm so confused just right now.
You landed on your wheels and went from 100% SRV hull to 14%?
Yeah.
You must have landed really hard, or maybe you landed on a rock.
I mean, I just used my boosters. Or maybe I landed on a rock. That was probably it. Because I don't see how it got that low.
I was landing my ship one time, and I was descending very slowly, 1 meter per second, steady rate, landing gear down. Nothing could have caused damage, but I just touched down and lost all my shields because I landed on a rock.
Okay, fucking rocks. The first time I took my Anaconda out, when I was going to go engineer it, like I bought it and I fitted it with some modules because I don't have Jameson Memorial yet. I had just took off the thing, and an NPC beluga spawned right in my instance, and I flew off the pad and smashed into the wall of the station and took my hull down to 3%. The first time I ever flew my Anaconda.
Took me a while to get the hang of going through the mail slot. I kept scraping the paint off.
Yeah, same. It's like the opposite of flying a T7.
Oh yeah, with the 7 you want to go in low, right?
Yep.
Because you got all that space above the cockpit.
Hmm.
I see the Cobra's taking advantage of its small size and finding interesting landing spots.
Because now I smashed into the T10 and only have 88% hull, so that makes more sense. I'm trying to get on top of it.
The low gravity makes it easy to bounce off if you do get on top.
Yeah.
Oop,
Oh, I'm just
almost
missing
made
it each time.
Got to get a little higher.
Yeah, my engines wouldn't go anymore. I'll try this again. Oh, I lost 2% hull while driving. Doesn't make sense.
Probably wanted to start that jump a little sooner.
Oh, no. Yeah. 50%, 47%. Okay, this is a little weird how much. I'm just tapping the ground. Well, this is the only SRV I've taken out. I haven't really cycled them. Maybe integrity is a real thing.
I haven't seen any mention of integrity on an SRV, but you never know.
I have no idea. Okay.
But I always do a premium repair, that way I got more hull points.
Yeah. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Oh, shit.
Oh, there's a Type 6.
%38. I'm gonna try through the... No, I have to try through the side.
Wish isn't online yet.
Isn't Wish hosting this?
He should be online, but he was on Discord a few minutes ago. Posted some text, but he hasn't jumped into the voice chat. We're still 10 minutes from the meet time, but usually we meet up early and take off about the meet time. Somebody's crashing into my SRV. Alright, I got you on camera. Your approach looks good. You're gonna come short. Might want to dock and let your SRV repair.
I like how all the asps are just chilling in one corner.
They tend to stick together. I think they feel outnumbered by all the anacondas.
Yeah.
It's a poor old T6 I feel sorry for.
Yeah, it looks so small. I wish I brought my dolphin. I'll keep saying that through the end of the expedition. I do like how it's getting dark on this moon right now.
Yeah. Size doesn't matter.
That's how you'll use it. That's also an Elon Musk quote.
I think he was talking about rockets.
He was talking about rockets, but it was
But
definitely.
then he makes the Falcon Heavy, and size does matter. The BFR
Yeah.
is so named because it's
Cannot
big.
wait for the BFR.
At the same time they launched the Falcon Heavy, Japan launched the smallest rocket ever.
I saw that
to
one,
date.
yeah.
Really? The smallest orbital rocket?
Scott Manley posted a video on it.
Oh, okay.
They
I'll
launched a
check
satellite
Yeah.
with the smallest possible rocket that could do it.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it's not for commercial purposes. It was just a
A CubeSat, right?
yeah, it was a CubeSat, and it was just to prove that it could work.
Oh, that's
Technology.
cool. So it's nothing like the Falcon
It
1?
wasn't even a rocket. They launched it from a portable, looked like a portable missile launcher.
It looked like one of those missiles that you launch from
Yeah.
a missile carrier.
Like a javelin?
Yeah.
Bigger
Oh, that's
than that.
cool. Well, I'd hope so. Well, that's cool.
But
Yeah,
yeah, it
the
looked like a
BFR though.
tactical missile rather than an ICBM. It's got a different kind of engines where they use electric motors to pump the fuel.
Oh, electric motors, okay.
Yeah, that's why they call the rocket the Electron.
Oh, wait, the Electron rocket. I've heard of this. Let me look it up on my phone.
I wonder when Ariane 6 is going to be ready for the first launch.
I saw them tease that, and I was like, oh. They launched after New Guinea usually, right?
Yep, which is the
French. But it's
French
in the Amazon still.
Yeah, it's French Guinea, and the launch site Kourou is the best launch site on the planet because it's on the equator.
Yeah. I guess that's what they tried to get with Cape Canaveral. Oops, someone hit my SRE. Oh, there's Wishblend.
Cape
Now I get that a
Canaveral,
lot
Cape
of these
Canaveral.
rockets have been in development for a long time, but it seems strange to me since SpaceX has released all of their patents free to use. Why are none of the governments actually exploring
Message from
landing their
Kodiak
rockets?
Ghoul.
We are being
Anyone
hailed.
need repairs?
Well, you mean by none of the governments mainly being America since they used to lead the space race, or the fact
Well,
that the
America,
Russians aren't doing it?
ESA doesn't have any landable rockets. China, Japan, like I said, nobody's experimenting with landable rockets yet. Even though all
I
those
find it
patents are
also-
free to use.
Because
I find it
until
amazing.
until the Falcon Heavy, there's two problems. Until the Falcon Heavy is the first reusable rocket capable of sending payloads beyond the low Earth orbit.
Yeah.
And secondly,
Warning, Commander. Hull damage is at
the
78%.
engines that are used by Falcon, by the Falcon series, are a former Soviet Union design.
Really?
And
The
they have-
Merlin engines are Soviet?
Yeah, and they have a limited amount of them.
Oh, okay. But wait, I've seen how they
So
spin form their
SpaceX
rocket.
makes them. They're
Yeah, they
manufacturing
make them. They spin form them in their at their
Okay.
own factory. That's where they build the
So-
whole thing.
The original reason why they had to recover the rockets is because the original supply of this engine was Soviet made, and they literally bought up the entire supply from Ukraine because they were stored in a warehouse in Ukraine, and Ukraine wanted to get rid of them, so SpaceX bought them. So they had a limited supply to begin with.
Okay, so then they just sort of reverse engineered them and remade them then?
Yeah,
I know
because-
that. Yeah.
Because
They've done some improvements to increase the thrust on them as well.
because the Soviet engines were far more efficient than the American ones.
Yeah, the Soviets were very good at space exploration. Like their, I know that their docking system for, what is it? Their airlocks were a lot more advanced and a lot better and simpler than the American ones, especially using the station even. Oh, well, Skylab was the main thing, other than the Mir space station. When did that happen? When they both docked? There was like a Soyuz and there was an Apollo service module that docked together.
Somewhere in the 70s.
Yeah, I remember Skylab in the 70s when I was a kid.
That was some amazing shit.
Also, there are bullets currently in orbit.
Bullets.
Yes, the Soviets on their first series of space stations, one of them had a modified version of an anti-aircraft gun that you could find on a World War II air bomber. They
Mhm.
modified it to fire into space, and they fired a couple of test bullets.
Wow, so they're just like chilling in orbit.
Yeah,
That's funny.
I'm sure they're moving pretty fast, but probably not that much faster percentage-wise from the orbit itself.
yeah, still dangerous.
Yeah, wasn't there something that happened on one of the space shuttles where orbiting the opposite way there was a chip of paint from an old satellite or an old space station
Yeah,
that impacted the windshield?
that's how Columbia got
It was
destroyed.
Columbia. I thought that happened during takeoff. I thought
Oh
the
yeah,
it hit the windscreen
Columbia
not
had some
Columbia,
ice come off the boosters.
and that
and then
damaged the heat shield of the orbiter. And there is on the cupola on the International Space Station there is
right.
a shiver of the glass from the cupola gone because it hit a paint speck of a something.
Okay, so it was the cupola, not a shuttle. Okay, I knew it was glass, but it was like it's all bulletproof glass. First of all, right? Like it has to be.
Well,
Like
micrometeorite proof.
yeah, but like still like a piece of paint and it still makes like what 3 centimeters deep of a hole or a chip,
Yeah, that's
depending on how thick
kinetic
it is. I
power
don't know how
for you.
thick it is.
The
So
cupola
like
has holes in it anyway for the
it has a
crank
shielding. It
levers that
has
they
a
use to open and close the shields.
yeah.
Oh,
And the problem is there's now so much space debris in orbit that we have to start thinking about cleaning it up, or will be permanently stuck down here.
yep, and
Well, we're
that's
gonna
why I
have our own
love
rain
that Elon
system.
Musk has already thought of that with a BFR,
Yeah.
like being a multi-purpose spacecraft, like
Problem
even
is
one
that
that can clean
because
up
of
space debris.
international space treaties, nobody's allowed to clean up junk.
It's so stupid. It's like
Well,
not
there's
being allowed to have
classified stuff
electric
up there they
cars.
don't want people to recover.
Right.
The biggest objects that still come down now and then are the boosters of these Apollo series.
Wait, they're still orbiting?
There
thought
are
they
several
were-
of those still orbiting here.
What the fuck? I thought those were suborbital and they burned up.
The first stage, yeah, but the second stage that had to put them into orbit because Saturn V had the first stage that put them in suborbital flight. The second stage put them into an orbital flight, and the third stage put them on a lunar intercept.
Oh. Okay, so there weren't any retro thrusters that moved the second stage. Wow.
No, they basically jettisoned the second stage when the fuel was depleted, and it wasn't like medium orbit.
They didn't.
And they used the third stage. Then they had enough velocity in the last stage to get to lunar intercept.
Yeah, lunar insertion burn would have been nowhere near a orbit that would have come back.
Yeah, that's true. Holy shit.
So yeah, that's and to
Those would be
give
on
it
a highly elliptical orbit, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
on highly
definitely.
elliptical orbit, which makes them unpredictable and less tracked, and that's why they can come down by gravity affecting them.
Imagine having a future spaceship just doing a routine mission. Oh, there's the Saturn V. Boom, you're all dead.
Entering mothership.
Well, if we ever get to that point, hope humanity becomes interplanetary. And hopefully interstellar. Just with politics nowadays, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, well, that's politics, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's what I like about Elite Dangerous and the Federation. It's just, it makes it sensible for corporations to run everything. Because at least because humanity seems to work well on that, and it seems to be the only control, as long as the company has a vision.
We talked about the evil line earlier. You should look up the Caldari.
How do you spell it? Google it right now.
C-A-L... Wait, I'll just see if I can find the YouTube video.
Right.
Okay, and who was talking again?
Ben. I think it was me. Space engine. Online. Okay, looking.
Like in EVE Online, you have 4 empires. Well, 5, but the 5th one is not playable. You have the Amar, which are basically what would happen if you let the Christian Church go further with crusades and crazy stuff. You have the Kaldari, which are basically, oh, we're going to let the corporations run amok.
Run amok without regulation.
There are regulations and everything. So profit before all.
I can see how that's a problem.
Then you have the Galenti, which are a collection of minor factions and the only democratic nation in EVE Online.
EVE Online is really extensive then.
Yeah, well,
Like,
not
I'm
really.
sorry.
It only has 50,000 solar systems.
But still, it's a lot. This
Yeah,
is
and
funny. In the video you sent me, there is one comment with the reply, "My favorite faction," and the name of the account is Adolf Hitler.
Ouch. And then then you have the Minmatar, which
Okay.
are basically referred to as EVE Online players as the guys who tape their ships together.
Oh, so they probably suck at combat if they tape them
No,
together.
they're pretty good at combat, but their ships look all like they came out of the junkyard and were cobbled together because they're basically former slaves that revolted against the Amar.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I like the lore then.
Yeah, and then you have the Jovian Empire, which is basically, oh, we are super technologically advanced, and we kind of try to interfere with all the other empires just to keep us safe.
So they're, in a way, they're just a huge bunch of assholes that put their own advancements forward just as a preventative measure.
So, in the EVE Online universe, Eve is a reference to after humanity expanded throughout our galaxy and couldn't get any further, war started, and that all stopped when they found a wormhole called Eve, which they called Eve, which led to the New Eden cluster, which is where EVE
Eden
Online takes
cluster.
place.
That's cool.
And
Okay,
so
I like that idea.
they built infrastructures to stabilize that wormhole and started colonizing that. But guess what happened?
It collapsed, or some war
The
prevented
wormhole collapsed before most of the colonies could get self-sufficient.
Oops.
So
Okay.
So humanity completely reverted to the Stone Age, had to rebuild. The Amarans were the first ones to be back in space, and they started conquering all races because their god said that that everyone else was inferior to them.
Dogma. Can always love Dogma.
The Kaldari Prime was a world that was in terraformation process when Eve collapsed. So the planet was completely on the edge of habitability. So the Kaldari lived there. The Galenti Prime, which is in the same solar system as Kaldari, they had it well. And they developed the democratic republics and kingdoms, and eventually the Galenti Federation, which the Kaldari were initially part of, but tensions grew between the two because the Kaldari wanted to do profit before all. They didn't like the regulations the Galenti had, so they went independent, which caused a war.
Sounds like Texas.
And then the Minmatar, they were one of the races enslaved by the Amar, and they had a tribal society, and they recently revolted against the Amar. And the Jovians, in lore, are the quote-unquote descendants of the sleeper ships of the technicians that were sent to New Eden to put all the infrastructure in place so that people could travel between solar systems. Because
so they had a technology.
Yeah. So they were, and because they were in sleeper ships, they were completely unaffected by the collapse of the wormhole.
Oh, because they weren't really part of the economy, or
they were just on their way to build new stargates to connect more systems to the entire cluster.
That's cool. Oh, I gotta turn on my thrusters. Shit. Shit. Shit.
You're
Careful,
gonna crash
careful,
into some
careful.
asps.
I know, I'm trying. Okay, there we go.
This is the kind of stuff that causes accidents, man.
Couldn't help
You're
yourself.
just screwing around over there.
Okay, I'm gonna move away.
So, the war between the Galanti and the Kildari ended with the Kildari evacuating their home planet to a new Kildari. And in order to distract the Galanti from this, a admiral basically crashed a carrier on one of the most populated cities on Galanti.
Hmm.
A fighter carrier, which is a ship that's a kilometer long.
Oh, that's fun.
And this is remembered. So basically, the Galanti and the Kildari can drink each other's blood.
Drink each other's blood.
Yeah, because they're still
Like,
arch enemies. And when I kind of quit playing, they were back at war with one another. There is actually a faction called the Blood Raiders, which is a split off of the Amar, and their ships are literally the same as the Amar, except their hulls are painted over with blood of their victims.
Oh, that's fun.
And they want to slaughter. They especially hunt down Capsuleers, which are commanders, because they believe the blood of Capsuleers is more pure for their sacrifice to their god.
Wow. So this game really took forth like a possibility of what humanity could actually do if they became intergalactic or interstellar. Like a lot of different ideas would spread forth and
Because
beliefs. That's pretty cool,
but
actually.
between
I like that.
between the Eve wormhole collapsing and the current Eve Online game, there's 21,000 years.
Oh, yeah, that's a little bit more than Elite.
And
Do they know about memes?
probably they have no idea where they are, because it's not sure where the new Eden star cluster is. It's known
Okay.
that it's 50,000 solar systems orbiting a black hole, but it's not far,
Shit.
so they don't know anything further. And capital ships are the only ships that can jump from one system to another, and all the rest have to use the stargates.
Okay.
And in order to connect a new system to the network, they had to send out sleeper ships, which took sometimes centuries to reach the next system, and then build a gate there, and then see if that gate works and return to the original place.
So like generation ships in the real world or Elite?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Except
Also,
with probably cryogenics, I assume.
yeah. There is a story. There is a system in EVE Online that's called the Old Man Star, and that's named because in lore, the father of modern drone technology was on board one of the sleeper ships, and there was a massive failure on board, and he basically spent 60 years of the journey awake.
Oh, that's rough.
And he developed drone technology on board, and then actually on his own built a Stargate and returned.
Oh. Well, I guess if you have all that time to yourself, you can probably figure it out, especially if you already know a little bit about it.
And what I do about EVE, which I really miss in Elite Dangerous, each empire has their own style of ships.
But Elite Dangerous, okay, I see what you mean. They don't exactly. It's just you only have those specific. Yeah, a lot of the ships in Elite look the same. I see what you mean. Either Lakon or DeLacy. Alright, just wait. Is that the same video?
No, that's the Galanti.
Okay.
And you can see that how the Galanti, in this video, you can see a lot of Galanti ships. So the Kildari ships are very straight lines for efficiency, and the Galanti are pretty much bulky, and spherical ships.
Oh, they're kind of like roundish too.
Yeah.
Oh, they
And
remind
then
me
you have
of.
the-
Oh. I was thinking Mass Effect for a second. They kind of looked like Geth ships.
Yeah. And then you have the MR, which basically gold plate their ships.
Oh, those look like cool looking.
And in that you can see their Avatar class Titan. Because each nation has a Titan and the alliances can build their Titans.
What's a Titan?
A Titan is a super capital ship that's capable.
Like it can jump and stuff?
It can jump. It has docking facilities. It has cloning facilities. It has a super weapon.
Oh, so it's basically a whole planet, but like not really a planet,
Message sent to local.
like a society.
No, it's basically the ultimate. It's in Elite. You would call them the battleships or the capital ships that the empires have
Oh,
compared
okay,
to
I
us.
see.
The Titans are basically. Oh, we built one. Thank you.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Takeoff
Story-wise,
sequence in
Evil
progress,
Line is
Commander.
brilliant. Community-wise, not so
Landing
much.
gear retracted.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of bad things about the community. It's hard to switch to watch these because my screen spaz out every time I leave. Okay, Mimitar Tribal. I like the idea of humanity expanding forward. Like, we're always... I mean, when people say, like, world peace can be achieved, I don't think it can be.
Deploying fighter.
But,
Prepare
like,
to take
we can
control.
expand and we can have peaceful areas. But, as long as there's other people, like, evolution's not on our side.
Okay,
That's all.
holding position and awaiting instructions.
Like, that's a different
Will
debate,
do,
though.
Commander. Let me know any further orders.
So, and when I was, the thing I was saving for was Evil Line when I was playing this was for a Galanti mix.
Wait, what? Sorry.
A Galanti mix, which was a super carrier.
Oh.
Which is you basically have a carrier which can carry 24 drones, fighters, and then you have a super carrier which can carry more of that, and bomber drones.
How much more? Like, thousands?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Of course, you can only deploy like 7 drones at a time. You have to get skills for it. But if your drones die, they don't get automatically repaired. You just have to send out the next one that you have.
Like, but they can be replenished at least?
Yeah. That's also different between Elite and Evil Line. In Evil Line, every single ship that you buy, every piece of equipment is made by the players. Things. Nothing that the AI factions actually give in.
Wait, so it's completely player-based?
Yes.
Oh, that's... Okay, I was wondering how the mechanic was different, and I knew it was cool in that aspect. That... okay. I see
So
it. Okay.
the empires can you can get blueprints as mission and loyalty rewards from the empires to build stuff. But everything that you buy on the markets, every single ship, every single piece of equipment except for the starter ships, which you get for free from the empire, you have to buy.
Wow. Okay. So, like, the ships that appear in game, are there NPCs? I mean, there have to
There
be.
are NPCs. There is you have the police forces, you have pirates, and well, you have NPC police, NPC pirates, NPC military, and that's basically, and yeah, that's basically it. You most of the ships you will encounter are players.
Okay, that's cool, because in Elite it's much different, like, as we all know. So I guess it's fun in that aspect, but when you have all those player factions, it must be, like, really central on a player faction at one point. Therefore, like, you have a group of players, and it's like they
Yeah.
have certain beliefs, and it becomes cancerous to some point.
In EVE
Memeage.
Online, you are part. The smallest factions that you have are corporations, so they're with whose members and who has a CEO. Corporations can join an alliance, and the
Okay.
alliances can control space. Because beyond the border of the empires, and the empires are like maybe 10% of the entire EVE Online universe. All the rest is like literally unclaimed by the NPC factions, which is the alliances control that all. So there
Oh,
are
okay.
massive wars fought daily over systems.
That's awesome.
Because in order to conquer a system, you need to set up the right infrastructure, and then you have to defend that infrastructure because the controlling faction can disrupt your efforts to take over. And then when you have enough control over the system, you can deploy an outpost in it, which is a small little space station, which is with a certain function. It can be medical, so for cheaper and more cloning facilities. It can be a refinery, which has more refining slots and more factory slots available. It can be a shipyard, which allows you to build ships. And what else? Yeah, there's a fourth one. Research, I believe, which basically allows you to generate resource points to get blueprints.
So how different is the mechanic of, like, the space aspect, or the... Well, yeah, the space aspect. Is it one-to-one like Elite?
No.
Okay.
Well,
So
no,
smaller?
because it's more like you have supercruise. Well, you have a type of supercruise, and then you have the stargates that connect the systems. It's a lot smaller.
Okay.
The universe is also static. Last time I played, none of the planets actually moved. Nothing moved.
Oh, okay.
Also, player-wise, it's you have a GUI, which in the middle has your shield, your hull. No, you have your shield, your armor, your hull, your power capacitor, and then you need slots to activate. It's not like in Elite where you have to fly. Excuse me, fly after something. You just have to target something, and your weapons will automatically fire at it.
Okay, I see what you mean. You actually have to, like, set them to target.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool, at least. Elite kind of automates it with AI.
So, and
AI.
there's also different. Each faction also has different types of tanking mechanics, like the Amar. They armor tank, so they have a lot of. They focus a lot of keeping their armor up. The Kaldari have focus on shield tanking. So as soon if a Kaldari ship loses its shields, it's dead because its armor and hull are paper.
Oh, okay. Speaking of paper, if anyone just saw what I did,
the
Oops.
Galenti are also armor tankers, so they focus a lot of their armor, but they focus a lot on drone weapons. So their ships have more drone capacity than the other empires. Then again, you can only have like 5 to 6 drones out. The Minmatar are basically can do both.
Sorry, just a sec. I got my hull down to like nothing percent, and I need a repair. Yeah, I was just rolling around the ground, and I kind of smashed my hull, and I just tapped the ground lightly, and my hull went to 83% instantly. I'm a little bit worried about landing in the future. Whoever is sending the repair limit, thank you.
Yeah, I just happen to have one in my cargo bay. Ah, they hit the ground.
Oh, shit. Okay, let me go higher. I have my own repair limits. Oh, I sent one to astronaut. Never. Fuck.
I'm just going to interject. Thanks for that. No, I've just been lurking for this entire conversation.
Repair limit task complete. Well, I'm thankful for that.
There we are. I'm now at 101% hull.
Fucking A. Okay, now I'm gonna repair myself. I think I can synthesize a few.
I think I've got a few spares if you need them.
Oh, I see this ass to my left that's just like doing a nice bank. Thankfully, though.
Hello, hello.
Tap, tap. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good afternoon.
Thankfully, even though my hull just smashed to 83%, every single one of my modules is still at 100%, and I don't understand why.
That's weird.
Yeah, like, okay, I lightly tapped the ground, so maybe that's it. My integrity is probably at 0%, which would have done it. Like, I was just scraping across the ground, like, at less than a meter per second impact range. And it went to 83% in, like, 3 seconds. So, but every single one of my modules is 100% right now, and I'm hoping it's not a glitch.
Yeah, I'm at waypoint 6 waiting for you guys.
Wait, aren't we all at 6?
I think we're all at 5.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're at
you're
5,
all at
okay.
5, yeah.
Wait, I thought waypoint 6 was next week.
It is.
Yeah.
I think the first group all travelled there together earlier today.
I was part of that group, yeah.
I was too. I just decided to stay back. Okay. Fire another limpet. It took 2 minutes to repair myself 3%. This is gonna take forever.
At least you can repair yourself.
Yeah, that's true. If I was a dolphin, I would have been destroyed by now. I designed the ship to be anti-gank. Before I took it on the expedition, its maiden voyage before an exploration voyage about 1k out from the bubble, I went to a community goal with a docking computer and beam lasers just because I knew I would get ganked. And I did it about 3 times, I think, 3 or 4 times, and I managed to escape all 3 times without my shields even dropping. Or I think it dropped once, but it was insignificant, so like I was just sort of worried that there would be gankers on this because it was such a large expedition at the time. And then you compare it to Distant Worlds 2 right now, and it's like unprecedented.
Yeah, what is it at 3,000 now, if not more?
Something, yeah, something insane like that. It doesn't even make
Message
sense.
from Wishblend.
It looks like
Hi
Wishbin
guys.
is busy, so are we gonna stick around here for a while or take off?
I saw Wishblend say something in chat just now.
Yeah.
Get his attention.
Who's gonna
Just
take
posted
control?
in Discord, wanting to know if we want to stay in chat or take off and do a group warp.
Yeah. I see it.
I had a song in my head when I was coming back from Goliath's Rest. I put it up in images and videos. Just scroll up. Neutron Dance, 1983. I thought it
Message
was
from
kind of fitting.
Wishblend. If someone wants to coordinate the jump, it would be appreciated.
For some reason, my repair limpet I just launched failed, so I have to synthesize more. Where is it? Synthesis.
Everybody's done messing around. My stream looks like a still picture.
Message from Wishblend. I can't join the BPE voice tonight.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm being careful considering I just like wasted my ship. I still don't understand how everything is at 100% right now.
Except your hull, which is understandable.
Well, yeah, which is understandable, but I'm surprised that none of the other modules were damaged other than my hull.
I think when you
didn't hit
hit
at
the
a very high
ground,
speed.
Nothing got damaged. Just everything slid forward inside your hull. So.
Oh, okay.
Crash
I mean,
bang
I could
boom.
do an experiment, but I don't want to damage anything. I'm really, as soon as I get like 99% power plant, I'm just like, oh, fuck. Even though I know it can go to 1%. And even everything turned on, I'm only using 60% power anyway. So I'm okay with it failing a few times. Doo-doo.
Yeah, mine's at 96%. My power
bad.
plant.
You've been ramming into stars lately?
A couple of exclusion zones, yeah.
Okay.
One
Oh
was
no, my chaff launcher's down to 97.
Everybody, watch this system that I'm in right now because the black hole might nail you.
Oh, there's a black hole nearby?
That's what you're jumping into.
The next waypoint. We got a week to get there, and it's only less than 500 light years.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm probably going to be working all week anyway.
492.88 light years.
Not bad.
You can get here easily in less than, what, an hour or so? There is a couple of neutrons along the way, by the way. You charge up where you're at. That's your first jump, and then there's another one along the way if you hit your neutron cone inclusion in your route, which I did. And it turned out to be like 4 jumps or 5 jumps or something ridiculous like that. Boom, 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 I'm already here.
That's funny.
Huh.
I might head by and just need to check something.
So come visit me. I'm waiting for you guys.
I might be there in a sec. I said I might too.
Just click on the neutron cone boost in your
Switching to
navigation
mothership.
tab,
Flight control
and you'll
transfer
be all
complete,
set.
Commander. On my way, Commander. Docking protocols
Fuel scoop and FSD online. I'm ready to go.
Which system are we headed to?
It's up in, it's pinned in the next waypoint tab, Discord.
Ooh, that was close.
Eok Gree TO-Q E53167-31.
Yeah, and what I rather meant, which system are we mass jumping to?
Just pick any system nearby. Doesn't really matter. As long as it's in the sky and you don't have to go around the planet to get to it.
Fighter docked with mothership commander.
The one from the first jump still works.
Oh, I just sent another one of my repair limit. Okay. There we go.
No worries, there is a limitless supply of limpetonium along the route.
True, I just hate prospecting.
Heat synconium, that's a different story entirely. You gotta spare that. Because I brought
Those
Really?
are hard trees to find.
Yeah,
I
I
forget
brought a
what
bunch with me.
takes. Well, I've only used one heatsink just because I jumped through a star when I was fucking getting here, so.
I made the mistake of spitting one out by hitting the damn button by mistake, and so I mapped that button. Get it up
Damn.
and out of the way. Oh, that pissed me off.
That would have pissed me off too. Apparently you can get premium heat dissipation. What does that even matter? 30% heat. Okay, yeah, heat conduction, wiring, and basic conductors. I only have 2 of those. Shit. One reload? Only one reload?
9 basic, 9 standard, and 9 premium. So yeah, I loaded up before going on this trip, specifically.
Which system are we jumping to? 2.4 light years?
That's the one I'm looking at.
Okay, I'm coming with you guys.
D6-4003?
Yeah. The same one as before?
Yeah.
Dash 003?
Yeah, that's the same as before, yeah. 003.
On destination.
In position.
Except for I had a neutron boost already charged up and ready to go, so I had to spend that. I didn't exactly jump with the crew, I jumped like way ahead of them.
Repair limit. Out of ammo. Okay, shit. Whatever. I'm at 99%. I'm good.
Synth, you get 4 right away.
Yeah, but like now I have good jump range.
I see what you mean, yeah. Save the synth for when you need it.
Oh shit, I just boosted.
See ya.
It's like like a perfectly uniform shot of a bunch of ships waiting to go. Next thing, poof.
Oh shit, I just jumped. That was a complete accident. Yep.
It's on camera anyway.
Fuck. Oh well.
That is 1/30th of the mass jumped on.
Okay. Well, anyway.
It's been reversed back into the main group.
I thought my landing gear was still up and I pressed the wrong button. My descend button is the same as my boost button, depending what I'm using.
Who's giving the signal to go?
I'll just watch you guys jump in. I'm gonna position myself.
Should we go on 36? 2036?
Yep. Which is 10 seconds from now. 9.
Stick your head between your knees and kiss your arse goodbye.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready?
Ludicrous speed.
Jump.
Mr. Sulu, take us out. Alright, I don't think I have to fuel to get this somewhere else. This isn't a scoopable star.
It's a scoopable star.
Arrived at eWorld BOB1-QD6-4003, second visit, jump distance 2.4 light years, fuel use 0.0 tons, fuel left 30.9 tons. Refueled 1.07 tons of fuel, leaving level at 32 tons.
Yep, 6 jumps to the next waypoint.
The mound. The mound. Eoc green TO-Q. Pretty much.
10 jumps.
E5-3167.
Let's see how many jumps it is for me.
Just click on me in the gal map. Simple.
Oh, there you are. Five jumps. Fuck.
Yeah,
Message
I've got
from
10
Rough
jumps.
Rose.
Because
5
I'm
jumps,
not
here we
taking
go.
any risky stars.
Laughing face.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm
dear.
taking neutrons.
I've only realized I've only got 1 gigabyte left of space to record stuff, so I gotta get a new hard drive soon.
Oh shit.
Allons-y!
Grouille ton cul.
Ah, tu parles de français?
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately.
Arrive at eWorld
You speak French,
4287.
French or
First
Quebec?
visit. Jump distance
French.
59.5
Okay.
light
Belgium.
years.
Joual.
Fuel use
Ah, okay.
7.9
Joual.
tons. Fuel
Unfortunately,
left
I'm one of those
24.1
people you
tons.
call a French Canadian, so.
No, because basically
Same here on my
until
mom's side.
1968, my people's language, which is Flemish, which is a version of Dutch, was illegal in Belgium.
Illegal?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, Belgium would be French or Belgium would be not. Despite the
Wow.
fact that 60%
That's
of the
the French
population
for you.
was not French speaking.
The French is
Jesus
the only
Christ.
country that has a government
I've heard that.
organization specifically to protect its language from other words.
Well, Quebec is trying at least, but holy shit, I didn't realize that was a thing.
Drives
L'Office de la langue
supercharged 5
française, that's what they call it. It's basically the language Gestapo in Quebec. That's what they are.
Holy shit.
Office de
Okay,
la
well,
langue
yeah, well, in
française.
Quebec, I call them PQ, or just the nationalist.
Le Péquistes, yeah, the Péquistes are the Parti Québécois, or the
Yep.
Bloquistes, the Bloc Québécois.
I've met a few of them before. They're really mean. Like, yo. Like, I just moved here. I'm trying to learn French. Like, at least say merci for fucking. I'm trying to learn French. Otherwise, fuck you.
Ta gueule, votre fourré, espèce de bâtard.
Exactement.
So, here in Belgium, French language
Arrive
is
at
what you call a failure course for elementary and high
First
school.
visit.
Which means
Jump
if you
distance
fail French, no matter how well you do in the other
238.5 light
subjects, you
years.
fail the year.
Fuel use 7.
Oh, that's stupid.
Fuel left
Well,
6.4 tons.
well, my language, Dutch, which is spoken by more than 60% of the people, is optional.
That's Flemish. The Flemish is very close to Dutch, I think.
We are closer related to what's supposed to be the original version of Dutch than the Dutch spoken in the Netherlands.
Refueled 13.57 tons of fuel.
Dutch is
leaving
called
level at 32 tons.
Dutch is called the way it is, or Netherlands, because the Netherlands survived as a country and Flanders did not.
European history is awesome, I find.
Yeah,
Yes.
one example, you don't go wearing a Campbell kilt in the Scottish village of Glencoe. You're gonna get your fucking ass handed.
Arrive at 3P1
They don't like Clan Campbell there because they have old
3562.
hatreds dating back
First
from the
visit.
fucking
Jump
1600s. The
distance
so-called massacre of
44.8 light
Glencoe
years. Fuel use
was
3.8
orchestrated by
tons.
Clan
Fuel
Campbell
left
against Clan
28.2
MacDonald,
tons.
I think. And to this day, they don't like the Clan Campbell.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
In the American Virginia mountains, the Smoky Mountains, or whatever, Hatfields versus McCoys, old family feud. Yeah.
Oh, I've heard about that actually. Didn't they make a show about it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I used to live in that area, which is really funny. Like,
It's the problem with clan mentality.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Big
You need a neutral party like the police to settle disputes. There's no neutral party.
Supercharged by
Human instinct.
Oh, yeah.
In the year 1302, the Flemish had defeated two French armies, fully professional French armies with knights, ballistas, as crossbowmen, with 10,000 peasants.
Go on.
In a battle called the Gilded Spurs, where at least 100 gilded spurs of knights were recovered by the Flemish.
Oh yeah, crossbows. And And just like the Welsh longbow put down at the Battle of Ivanhoe in 1415 or 14, I forget, in the 1400s, King Henry V come along. He had like, what was it, 5,000 Englishmen versus 20,000 French knights or something.
Arrived at
shit.
Oh yeah, and he had a secret weapon, a 100-pound draw Welsh
First
longbow.
visit,
A
jump distance
devastating weapon.
158.1 light years.
Mass,
You'll use
mass
2.7
firing.
tons.
It's,
You'll
you don't want
lift
to be there, because they got the
25.5
vodka
tons.
points. You figure they're like long railroad spikes. They'll go right through armor.
Scoop
Holy shit.
6.46
The
tons of
reason why
fuel.
we won
Leaving
is
level at
because
32
we
tons.
lured the French armies into an area that was boggy and swampy.
And it was like high ground.
Choose
No,
your
it was
terrain, yeah.
bog, so they...
I mean, what I
Got
mean by high
stuck.
ground is like
The horses,
people
they
who
got
know the area have
Yeah.
the high ground, so to speak.
Yeah, so it basically...
And they shouldn't try it.
Their heavy equipment got stuck.
Don't try it.
all that heavy armor now becomes a serious liability. It's going to sink you into that mud.
Yep.
And all the crossbows are going to come down on you from all the fucking direction. You're gonna be a
Underestimate my
pincushion. It was a slaughter.
Also,
turn them into pincushions.
we Flemish were the first people who made bricks after the fall of the Roman Empire.
Oh,
Cool.
bricks are. My apartment's made of bricks, so that's important.
Like sun
So,
dried or
and at the
dump dried,
height
I meant,
of
right?
our brick industry, 15,000 bricks were made per day.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. That's pretty cool, actually. I need to learn more about that culture. Like, I grew up in the United States, so it's like a serious problem. Like, I say it's a serious problem because the only thing I ever learned about was United States history. They didn't really teach us much about anything else. So it's really awesome to hear about this.
The town where I live in, Ghent, has two things. First is, during the Middle Ages, we were the largest populated city in Western Europe with 50,000 people living here. We were bigger than Paris.
And Paris?
Arrived at
Holy
Ghent.
shit.
So there's a joke made by
167
Emperor
per
Charles.
visit. Jump distance 2.0
against,
light years. Fuel use
the French
0.0
king,
tons. Fuel left
Parisian
32.0 tons.
which literally translates to Paris. I put it in my glove, because glove and Ghent sound the same in French.
Right.
And he was born in Ghent, so he made he boasted with his city where he was born was actually bigger than Paris.
Damn.
You guys that are here, you need a wing?
I'm at the black hole, so...
Yeah, I'm just sort of messing around.
Yeah, I just arrived at the black hole. I'm
my
heading towards the planet.
skybox. My skybox is super fucked up right now.
I'm still 4 jumps away. And the second thing is, who knows the Treaty of Ghent?
I don't.
Okay. The Treaty of Ghent, or the Peace of Ghent, is the peace treaty signed by the United States of America and the United Kingdom, ending the colonial wars.
Oh! That's what it was called.
Alright, cheers, Ragnar.
Yeah. So the peace treaty that ended America's uprising and made the UK recognize America as a nation, or nations, was signed in my hometown.
That's fucking awesome.
Can you send me a wing, Ragnar? This is Klutz.
Okay.
Fuck, I think my game just froze.
Invited to wing by Ragnar Starkwester.
Send it one more time. I was just leaving the wing I was in.
Oh shit, my game.
Hell?
What the hell?
Joined wing with Commander Ragnar Starkwester.
Yo!
Commander Astronaut. Commander Resender.
Okay, that's messed up.
Commander Ragnar
My
Starkwester
cards
has joined
on
the
my
wing.
computer just spooled up to 100% for no reason and then went back down.
Commander Resender has joined the wing.
Can you guys see my beacon? I hope it's up.
I can see your beacon.
Yeah, it's up.
Yeah.
Good.
Crystal clear.
Shit.
Just so you know, it's pretty dark here. So I got my lights.
That's why they call it a black hole.
I'm gonna go for a minute or two. I'm not sure. Something weird just happened with my computer, and I need to figure out what happened. Like my game crashed, and my graphics cards just shot up like a shit ton of degrees.
Yeah.
Ooh, not good, not good at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure out what happened. Okay, I'll be back maybe, I think.
Reboot repair.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Oops.
That scared me. Okay, they're really hot. Okay, I'm gonna go for a sec.
I love how in a black hole system the rings look black.
Go into them carefully and then take shots from within. Usually facing away from
No
the
reflected light, it's just blocking the light passing through from the galaxy. The nebula is going to be blocking the galactic light.
planet. The nebula is the only source of light.
Well, it'll be blocking the light from the galaxy, so it'll be darker here than in most other places. It's pretty dark on the planet where you're at?
Fairly so. I put my ship's lights on so you guys can see easier. And I got my SRV's high beams on as well.
Oh, then it's dark.
I need to make sure I'm on the right side of the planet.
Klutz, you're right above me.
Inbound.
1.5 megameters. 1.28. 1.02.
Orbital flight engaged.
Oh, too steep.
Oh no, you don't want to go too steep. You're 300 kilometers up. 250.
Yep. Oh, and the
Who
bright
was
light
that?
just came in front of me. Somebody else is coming down.
That's Astronaut.
Good evening.
Yeah, how you doing? Whoa, you just rubber banded right around me like boing, boing, boing.
Yeah, no, I came in way too fast.
Oh, okay, you're on the same side as Klutz and all of a sudden now you're not.
Glide.
Klutz, you're gonna need repair?
No, I'm good. I can't see a damn thing though. I'm gliding straight into blackness. Nothing but pitch black.
Can you see my lighthouse?
No, not yet. I'm still 4 kilometers up.
I got my high beams on and I'm doing donuts in my SRV. That's your
I
lighthouse.
see you spinning around.
There you go.
Turn my lights on. So I can see the rock before I crash into it. Come down pretty steep, so hopefully I won't run into anything before I get close to the ground.
What's the gravity like?
Gravity's 0.16.
Oh man, when you get down here, you got to look up, and you'll see the companion binary to this one, and you'll also see the brown dwarf just coming out from behind. It's absolutely gorgeous.
2 kilometers, I can see some lights.
Is one of those lights spinning?
Yeah, I can see you spinning around, kicking up dust.
Oh wow, that's dark. Alright, entering glide.
That looks like the black hole where I'm pointed at. Right now, I can see it coming in right there. Yeah, right behind you is the black hole, I believe. I think this is a crater.
Landing gear deployed.
Unsuitable terrain.
You're trying to land in the crater?
It's gonna be one of those planets. Well, I can't see the crater. I can't see a damn thing.
Just come towards me and roll navigate right above me to get out of the crater.
Oh yeah, I can see the lights. I'm actually just gonna... No, I won't switch off HUD. It's a bad idea.
Landed commander at latitude
On the ground.
26.65, longitude minus
Oh, wait, crap, shields on.
121.02. Well done,
I can leave the
Commander.
wing to make room for other people.
Yeah, I can do the same as well.
Leaving wing, Commander.
Okay. Who else needs Comet-born? You're already in a wing. Rough roads? I think you're already in a wing, right?
Yeah, Rough and I are in a wing.
Okay. You need a wing to get in here?
Oh, well, I'm still not seeing the planet. Oh, it's a moon around the moon.
Yeah, it's a nice binary.
Oh, I can see the black hole. It's just kind of like a haze where it's distorting the galactic backdrop.
Where my SRV's pointing at right now.
That is a pretty picture, yeah.
Screenshot captured.
Speaking of which.
Screenshot captured. Screenshot captured.
Me.
Oh, wow.
Alright. Wait a little bit. Think I found a good vantage. Oh, darn. Forgot about the damn moon. Okay, hang on. Try it. See if I can get a good angle, get a good picture of this.